Everyone in my town knew one thing about the Walmart on Route 17. It was never supposed to be open at night. But if you drove past it after midnight, sometimes you'd see the lights on. Not every night, not always, but often enough for people to notice. And if you went inside, you didn't always come back out. I was desperate for money. College bills, rent, car payments, groceries, they piled up faster than I could handle. When Walmart offered an overnight stocking job, I took it immediately. No interview, no background check, stock shelves, push carts, clean up spills, handle customers. It seemed simple, it seemed safe. The manager, Mr. Halverson, was a thin man with dark circles under his eyes. He handed me a badge and gave me a single warning. "Night shift is simple," he said. "Stock the shelves. Don't wander. And if you hear the intercom after closing, ignore it." I laughed. He didn't. His eyes were still, empty, hollow, like he was staring through me. The store officially closed at 11 p.m. When I arrived early, the aisles were quiet, almost too quiet. At 11:02, the automatic doors locked behind me. The usual hum of fluorescent lights was soft, almost deliberate. The background noise of a normal store, registers, scanners, freezers, was gone. The store wasn't empty, it was awake, waiting. I started stocking the shelves, heavy boxes, endless aisles, the sterile smell of a large store at night. But soon I noticed something strange. There were too many aisles. I'd shopped here my whole life, yet walking past electronics, I noticed an extra aisle stretching farther than it should, no label, no number, just an aisle fading into darkness. I shook my head. I was tired. My eyes were playing tricks on me. That was my first mistake. Hours passed. Midnight came, then 1 a.m. I started hearing footsteps, soft, echoing, deliberate. I was supposed to be alone. My heart raced. I turned a corner. A woman appeared in the cereal aisle. Clothes decades old, hair stiff, pale skin, her eyes dark, empty, unnatural. "Ma'am," I said, trying to stay calm, "we're closed." She turned, slowly. "I'm just browsing," she whispered, voice hollow. The lights flickered. I blinked. She was gone. Only her cart remained. I ran to the security office. Every aisle was empty except camera 6. The cereal aisle. The woman was there. And the timestamp read June 14th, 2006. I stumbled back. That was the night everyone avoided talking about. That was the night the fire happened. The night the store supposedly reopened, but it never really closed. By 2:17 a.m. the intercom crackled. Static filled the air. Then a voice, my voice. "Cleanup needed in aisle 12. Aisle 12 didn't exist. The voice repeated, slower, clearer. "Cleanup needed in aisle 12. Then came the crying. From the toys section, a child's voice calling for help. "Hello, is someone there?" I remembered the manager's warning. Ignore it. Ignore everything after closing. I ran to the doors. They didn't budge. Behind me, carts squeaked across the floor, though no one pushed them. I hid behind a pallet of TVs and watched. That's when I saw them, dozens of figures frozen mid-motion, wearing Walmart vests from different years. Employees, customers. None moved, none blinked. One figure stepped forward. His badge read, Jason, 2004. "That's the aisle," he said calmly. "You need to go there." The missing aisle returned. Endless shelves, stocked with products I hadn't seen in years. Expired brands, old logos, toys from my childhood. Whispers rose around me, almost beneath the hum of the fluorescent lights. Names, apologies, warnings. "This store doesn't close," Jason said. "It keeps what it loses." I saw my reflection. A Walmart vest hung on my chest, my name stitched neatly. Jason explained the truth. In 2006, a fire broke out during overnight stocking. Employees and late shoppers were trapped. The incident was quietly buried. Officially, everyone escaped or was rescued. But the store remembered. It reopened every night. collecting those who never left, collecting new arrivals like me. I panicked, I tried to run. Every step led me back to the same spot. Shadows twisted unnaturally, figures drifted closer, slowly, silently, eyes dark, unblinking. I called out, but my voice echoed unnaturally. "Help!" The intercom crackled again, my own voice. "Clean up! Needed! In aisle 12. The missing aisle stretched like a nightmare. Endless rows stocked with the lost, the forgotten, the trapped. Faces turned toward me, silent, empty. I remembered seeing old employees I recognized from news reports, missing persons, even neighbors. The store kept them all. Everyone who vanished after dark ended up. I tried hiding, climbing shelves, pushing carts, anything to escape, but the store shifted. Aisles grew longer, signs changed, products I remembered as a kid reappeared. Every corner looked familiar and terrifying. Time became meaningless. Hours stretched into days. I wasn't sure if I was moving or standing still. The hum of lights, the faint whispers, the carts rolling endlessly. Shadows moved against the ceiling. Every reflection was wrong. Every corner hid something unseen. I saw the woman from the cereal aisle again. She stared, silent. Her cart followed me wherever I moved. Jason approached again. "It's too late to leave. The store chooses who stays. Now it has chosen you," I screamed. My voice bounced endlessly, swallowed by walls that weren't walls, doors that weren't doors. I ran aimlessly, only to find the aisle always returned, stretching further into darkness. I wandered for hours, or maybe days, encountering figures from different eras. A young employee from 1998, a shopper from 2002, a man missing for over a decade. Their eyes hollow, their hands reaching for me, their mouths opening silently. I tried to talk to them to understand. Some whispered warnings. "Don't answer. Don't follow." Others just stared, unmoving, as if frozen in a nightmare. I explored the back storage rooms, rooms I had never seen before. Endless stockpiles of products, every shelf stocked with memories, old toys, cans with expired dates, forgotten goods. I could feel the presence of those trapped inside. I could hear their breathing, their murmurs, their soft footsteps following me everywhere. Sleep came, but only in fragments. I dreamed of the fire, the screams, the heat, the smoke. I dreamed of figures stretching from the aisles to infinity. And every time I woke, I was back at the same starting point, my vest stitched across my chest. I tried talking to Jason again. He only repeated, "It chooses. You don't choose. You are already part of it." I started to lose track of reality. Mirrors reflected things that weren't there. Shadows moved independently. Products changed when I wasn't looking. Every aisle seemed infinite. Every corner a new nightmare. Even the intercom grew smarter. At times, it whispered my name, taunted me with voices from my past. "Remember, forget, stay." At some point, I stopped trying to escape. I wandered aimlessly. I listened. I learned. I recognized patterns in the whispers. The store wasn't just a building. It was alive, hungry for memory, for people, for life. Eventually, the endless aisles became a home. I learned